Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of Ryoko Sayo, Mahōrea no Densatsu, our Ryutama game here on Twitch that is very different from the other show that it gets its name from. If you missed last week, don't worry, this show has zero continuity. Everything is episodic. It's fine. But before we get into the drama, the Ryu drama, as I have taken to calling it, let's go around and talk about how we've been, what we've been up to. Starting with the person who did absolutely nothing today. Yes.
So apparently I'm playing Honoka today. If we go by the overlay.
Oh shit! That's
My
what
friend.
I forgot to do
Wow,
today.
way to go.
Congrats, Jolie. You get to be Kai. Have fun.
Yeah,
Cool.
it was funny because I was like, I'm not. Yeah, Dylan usually centers me, so I started leaning to the side to compensate.
Don't worry.
I
just wanted to
did.
mix it up. Something
I did
spicy.
everything else today.
Listen, I honestly,
No.
I kind of would like to
There
see
we
Summer
go.
play Migi for a hot second.
There we
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be
go. I think I fixed
Yeah.
cool
Okay.
dice boy.
Do it.
Cool.
You can do
Cool.
it. Jesus.
So it's been a day for all of us.
I'm gonna walk away. Y'all can run this show.
That's fine. It's all good. Yay, hi. I super did nothing today, and that is a big fat fucking lie. This is my second Ryutama game of the day.
Mhm.
Earlier today, I ran my Ryutama game over on my channel, Promise Tree, and it was the finale, and I dropped a continent into the ocean and through the shell of the world. Spoilers. It's fine. Really.
It was really good.
Stuff happened. Also, they
more
got a new
importantly-
Ryujin.
Yes, please talk more about the new Ryujin. I
The
like
most
him.
dramatic fucking bastard.
He is very pretty.
He's extremely pretty. He was an NPC they met a few episodes earlier, whom we thought was just a arrogant as heck human, but you know,
Surprise! The dragon.
Surprise! Actually a dragon.
MBD.
Yeah, he's really hot. If you dig around on Twitter, you can find the art because it's from the announcement posts earlier today. So, hooray and welcome Carnelian, the red Ryujin, who will be running the rest of the campaign, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Who knows? A GM with a plan? What's that? I don't think. As I look about the assorted faces here, the gathered faces on this call, I see not the planning GMs.
I mean...
Yeah, but not like, whoo, right?
No.
Like,
I mean,
none of us
there's-
have a campaign book.
Literally, you can't, though, if you want your players to have fun.
I mean, yeah. I used to be a much more railroady GM than I am now.
Same.
But I do think I'm going to preface this by saying I don't want to get too deep into it because I will just go and we'll talk about this for an hour. But I do think it's possible to have railroading be fun.
Mm-hmm.
In that, and like, this is the analogy that I really like for this is like, you can make a railroad with tracks, but you can also make a roller coaster with tracks. And like, if what you're looking for is like going on a hike, then a roller coaster isn't your thing. But if everybody buys in and is like, yes, we're getting in the line to go on the roller coaster, then I think it can totally be fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I would argue Ryutama is a good example because it can get, by standards of other games, very railroady.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's still a lot of fun.
Yes. Otherwise, I would be sitting here on stream by myself.
It's a lot of fun. That's why we're here. Also to hurt ourselves, mostly. Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, but congratulations on your season finale. It's kind of a big deal.
Disc 1 is done.
Hell yeah. I am very excited to see what comes next, but I'm also very glad that you have some time off ish. At least time off from having to stream it, even if I know time off in stream terms actually just means doing stuff off stream. But
Yeah, I mean, more or less getting the YouTube caught up and also getting the Ghost Club YouTube caught up because that was also a thing we did lest I forget.
yes. Oh, yes.
Those good kids. So Ghost Club, my Monster of the Week campaign, which Dylan is a fantastic cast member of.
Thank you. I appreciate the flattery.
I stan Genji and his bro Daisuke so hard. And the way they stan each other. Yeah. So that was fun and that happened. And I don't know, there was like a dramatic rescue of a date that like could have gone real wrong.
Yeah, we saved a date by accidentally ruining a monster date.
Yeah. Yep.
Which was a nice twist. I was not expecting
definitely did that.
Yeah, it was very good. I enjoyed it. I liked that we did an entire session that was just filler, like big air quotes, that said a lot about the characters and also did a really good job of having the two people who were dedicated to maintaining the normalcy of the date do the weirdest shit in the episode, and the two people who happen to actually be really into weird stuff, like being the normalist. I thought that was real good. That was real good. So
yeah, it's very cute.
well played. Well played. Coordinating that.
It was very good. They are fun. So yeah, that's been my week.
Hell yeah. Well, if you were coming here to not be stabbed in the heart, I'm very sorry. But that's the only reason I'm here. Yeah. Speaking of stabbing the heart, Summer,
specifically mine.
how are you?
Me? I am doing pretty good. I've had kind of a roller coaster of a week. Thursday, I went to the doctor and they were like, your blood pressure's high. You're going to have a baby today.
Wow.
And so I ended up going to the hospital. I was there for 4.5 hours. Turned out it was just a fluke. I had perfect blood pressure the whole time I was there. So they were like, okay, well, you're actually not gonna have a baby today. You're gonna go home. And so, but at that point, my lovely mother had already panic bought a plane ticket and was like, I am at the airport.
As moms do.
As they do. So that's why the bed is out behind me. She is here. Which is great because she immediately just started cleaning my entire house.
Yay!
Also as moms do.
Also as moms do. Yeah. And then obviously like I didn't go into work Thursday or Friday, but there's like a lot of drama going on at my like day job. And we came in and they were like, surprise, 3 people got fired. Totally. They told us it was arbitrary. So it could have been me. They just picked them out of a hat. There's a lot of shit going on. So I had
Are
two.
they allowed to fire you when you're about to take maternity leave? Like,
I don't think so. That's what my mom was saying. She was like, I think you're safe though.
Yeah, I don't think that
Yeah.
that crosses into
That'd be
some,
really
some
bad.
legal
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Basically our company is up for sale. And so the state owns our company right now because the
Oh
owner
my
of our
God.
company died.
Oh
There's
my
just so much
God.
drama.
Whoa.
Yeah, there's so much
Jesus
drama going on.
Christ, Summer.
I know. So that was very stressful on Friday. But Friday night, I guess this is just more drama. It's just different drama. We
But
had
in other
our-
drama.
Yeah, we had our series finale of Monster of the Week, 3 seasons. I was obviously very emotional already just because of the past like couple days, and then just having that and like having that come full circle. We got a happy ending and it didn't feel like it felt deserved. So it
Mhm.
didn't feel like cheesy, and it was just really sweet and perfect. And So that was a lot of feelings. And then this weekend I've just been kind of resting, because I have to go back to the hospital every 3 to 4 days now that I've had this like whatever blood pressure scare. They just want to keep tabs on me, make sure I'm doing okay. My due date's a week from today. So, and technically I was full term last week, so I could have a baby at any time. But yeah. Crazy 3 days.
Yeah.
It's been absolutely a wild ride. Yeah, so I've just been on the couch all day yesterday, all day today. Will continue to be on the couch until this baby gets out, and I cannot understate or overstate how fucking ready I am for this child to get the heck out of me, because I'm over it. I'm done with it. Up to this point, I was like, yeah, pregnant people are always like, I'm so ready to not be pregnant anymore. And for me, it hasn't been that bad. But the last like 2 weeks alone, I'm just like, get me the fuck out of here.
You're like, I'm over it. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm very over it.
Yeah, fair. I think that's allowed.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, 9 months is a long fucking time.
Yeah.
You know
it's
that.
3/4 of a year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It is so long.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Oh my gosh. Well, because speaking of getting caught up on Urban Shadows, I did something really productive this morning when I woke up and started actually making collections of all of our we have like over 200 videos backlogged on Off the Table. And so they're not in any particular kind of like organization at all.
Not.
It's very hard to find shit. And people are like, let me do this for you. And I'm like, no. I will get to it someday. And today was that day that I started getting to it.
Amazing.
A full 2.5 years after the channel.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I noticed that. I also have felt that as I'm prepping stuff for A Song in the Sea. I'll go back to like look at the VODs and like be like, what voice did I use, or like what specifically did I say here, and then I'll be like, which video was it?
Yeah,
you mean you actually backtrack into your stuff to figure that out?
I
do. I will go back and listen to stuff occasionally. So I'll be like, what the fuck did I do for that?
I do specifically when I want to do a callback.
Yeah.
I've literally never done that.
But I got all of Urban Shadows in collections. I got all of Monster of the Week in collection. I got all of D&D in a collection.
Hell yeah.
So the shorter runs will start going up. I just wanted to get all the longer term stuff together.
Yay.
But yeah, and I started uploading all of Tales from Thersha to YouTube. So I'm just gonna make it happen this whole week that I'm basically just on the couch waiting. That's what I'm gonna do this week. So gonna be productive.
Way to make the most of it.
Proud of myself.
Awesome. Well, as I mentioned in Zoom chat, we're having some mild audio issues, so I'm going to switch our voice server real quick, and it's probably already done. I love it when Discord is fast.
Woo!
And with that absolute failure of setting myself up for any kind of segue, we're going to segue. Jolie!
Hi.
Have you been?
I've been good. My life is significantly less interesting than Summer's life right now, that's for sure.
I'm so happy for you.
That seems like a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, my week's been quiet. I really haven't been up to much. Other than, I guess the highlight of my day today was making up NPCs for this game that I'm excited to meet at some point in the story. Yeah, I'm really excited to be Migi again, and yeah,
we had some real good off-screen discussion about Migi that I'm excited to start teasing in the game and pulling on those threads. That's gonna be real good.
All of our children, they're just disasters, honestly.
I mean, that's everyone except for Honoka.
Except for Honoka.
Right? It's like just 3 absolute dumpster fires, and for some reason Honoka's there.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I'm glad that your week is less stressful. It sounds like, and also I noticed that you submitted a form last night for fun shots, and I'm very excited for that.
I did.
I'm super stoked to play some games together that aren't just this one. Because it's been a hot minute since we played anything together that wasn't travel, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think before this,
It might have been the game that I was running like
I
last.
think so. Yeah, I think it was Fate of the Woods was the last thing that we played together outside of travel,
and a little bit of Becoming before that. But that's about it.
Right. Like we played some of Become before I changed the title, and it was Becoming.
Right, Becoming. Yeah.
And we played like a session of Nox's
Oh, we
Dungeon
did.
World game.
And we did Dungeon World too. Yeah.
But yeah, it's been all Ryutama for like a year now.
It's been like over a year.
It's officially been over a year since travel started, which
Yeah.
blows my mind.
It's wild.
It's absolutely mind-boggling. Like, I mean, I've had home games that went that long. I've had home games that went like 2 or 3 years, and so it's not like, oh, a game can never go that long. But like, this is the longest running show that I have had on my channel, literally ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because it started.
We're
It
so
started.
special.
It started just after the league started, and the league stopped a couple of months ago in like January. And before that, Unfettered was only like 6 months, 7 months, something like that.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, welcome,
What
friends.
is everything?
What the fuck?
Welcome to what my channel is now.
What the hell?
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. It's just very exciting
It's just
to
fun.
me.
It's
Yeah,
just
cool.
super fun.
We're like fixtures now on your channel.
Yes, you are pillars of the community.
Yes.
Run it.
I think that's the term.
We're
But-
we're staple.
Yes. And
Part of the
speaking
balanced breakfast.
speaking of fun, Lindy, how have you been?
I've been stressed.
Oh
It's been a very stressful week. Probably one of the most stressful weeks I've had in a few years. So
What is it about
it's-
this week? Jesus.
I don't know. I'm just cried a lot, and I'm just
Oh.
ready for just to get done with
I
stuff.
feel that's so hard.
So I'm ready for some good sad Ryutama, and then crying my face out with some good, probably sad Game of Thrones. So I've got my icing in a spoon. So I think that's what's gonna get me through this next week. But yeah, it's been a week, and I'm happy to have some tabletop RPGs that also haven't been canceled this week to just
no.
get into it.
Yeah, for
'Cause
sure.
We had our Lost Girls Q&A today because we had our season finale last week, so we did the Q&A today, and we announced that we're going to be doing season 2 as a podcast. So that'll
Yes, I saw that.
be fun. Yeah.
It was
So
very
we didn't
exciting.
get to play. We just talked about the game. So I'm really excited for tonight.
Sweet. Yes. Tonight, I mean, after last week, I say that this game is dramatic and like sad, and it is, but also sometimes it's just like not. I don't know what the tone of this game is, everyone. I really don't know what
Not
we're doing
chill as
here.
fuck.
Listen, dramatic and sad. I distinctly recall my boy went to bed crying because he got his heart broken.
He did,
I don't
but
remember that.
but
I
we-
don't remember it that way.
you heartless motherfucker.
Like, for real though.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, we also got and then there was a little slime.
Oh, God.
He's got to walk on eggshells. He's very fragile.
This may sound like my complaining voice, but it really isn't. I love it. I love that I can come into these episodes with some kind of expectations and then just come out with something a billion times better and wildly different, that I get to be just as surprised as everyone else. It's great. But yeah, speaking of last episode, do we want to recap briefly and then jump into this one?
Is it already
What?
time?
It is time.
It is.
Play the opposite
Oh,
of Kira.
fuck.
The time
Yeah.
has
I'm-
come.
I'm excited to play the actual polar opposite of Mule in every conceivable way.
That's all we did.
They're
We just
both
made the
nobles.
We made the opposite of our characters.
So last week, the four of you were sent out to recover some artifact that the late evil King Akvan had hid in a marsh. After the Winter Prince, was it Elias Vetafang, attempted to maneuver his way into only sending Winter Kingdom people. There was a bit of a fight, a political fight, so to speak, between the other delegations, spurred by Hachiro, that ended up with all four of you going. Along the way, Kai got to know Honoka a little better and what her motivations are. Honoka showed that she is very bad at keeping secrets. But, on the other hand, very good at navigating. Because when they arrived at the marsh and Ari was like, oh yeah, sure, you can lead us. I can't wait to watch you fail horribly. Honoka totaled out to like a 21 on that roll, if I remember correctly.
I think it's like the best roll we've ever seen in this game.
It was a 23.
21 or 20.
Was it
Oh, yeah, it
really?
was a 23. That's
Was
right, 'cause
it?
I got compass bonuses.
Because there was
and I
there was
didn't
It was
more
add
a,
bonuses
those
that
it was
came
a
in
fucking
after.
lot. I know
It
it
was
was
too
over
high.
20. It was over.
It
It
was
was
way too
beyond
high.
legendary.
Yeah.
It was fucking amazing, is what it was.
Yeah.
Right,
Surprising everyone in the party. Not the least of which being Ari, but also Kai, who had previously been sort of worried about her, being like, "Oh no, okay, never mind. She's fine. She's
Like,
actually
let me protect. She probably needs it. Oh no, okay, you're good.
no,
cool.
she's an adult. Okay, never mind."
I'm older than you are.
Older than him.
Is she older than Miki too? Is she the oldest in the party?
Yeah, she is a little bit older.
Mhm.
By like a
She's
year.
like 30? Something?
Yep.
She's 32. Yeah, something like
God.
that.
Yeah, Migi's 30.
31.
So.
Fun to buy a biz.
And as the party pressed onward, the storm got worse. Finally, after some that was too
She's
cute.
so done with me today.
After some trudging through the mud and the water, they saw this crystal, this black crystal, floating on an island. Kai and Ari were magicked some wings and sent across. And when they got near the crystal, it awakened some magical monster, this beast of ooze that attempted to kill the party. They fought back valiantly with some seriously big hits from everyone, and managed to neutralize the monster and obtain the crystal. When Ari touched the crystal with his bare hands, like a moron, or not, but like a moron,
Like a really cool guy is what you meant.
like a really cool guy. He heard a voice speak in his head briefly, which he did not bring up to anyone because that's who he is.
Because all it did was tell me, "Good job, bud." Why would I? I was like, "Yeah, I know."
I know that. I know I'm good. Shut up. And the party regrouped. We got to see sort of the contrast between Honoka's magic and Migi's magic. Honoka's being much brighter and sparklier, and Migi's being much darker and full of blood.
Honoka is a magical girl.
Yeah, basically. Honoka's a magical girl. Migi is a blood
is an
witch.
actual fucking witch.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh God.
And they talked about that for a little bit before talking about Hachiro, who is ill, and Migi had picked up on it. The two talked back and forth a little bit about it, and that conversation ended with Migi offering to help in any way that she could, if Honoka so desired. Meanwhile,
Casually threatening the void, anyone that sought to take advantage of the situation.
Yes. Yes. At the same time, Ari and Kai had a conversation, or perhaps more accurately, Kai had a conversation at Ari. And Kai attempted to wrestle some information from Ari, asking why he had left, although we don't have the context on where Ari left from, but obviously there is some charge between those two. And Ari's answer, after Kai managed to finally wrestle it out of him, is that Kai is not family. Which Kai did not take super well. The party returned to the conquered palace in the City of Storms, the crystal placed in a vault, which is guarded by all 4 kingdoms. And our 4 spoke to their superiors. Kai was late for his meeting, and so Cipriano came to check in on him, where Kai had been crying in his bunk. Cipriano gave him some time and some space, but left on some somewhat cold words about how Kai may not like being here, but none of the Summerlanders do. And Kai isn't the only one that's struggling here. Ari had a conversation of sorts with Elias, which consisted mostly of Elias yelling at Ari for being such a failure. And Ari threatened him in no uncertain terms, saying that Elias has his position, that Elias's family has the position it has because of Ari's family. And Elias, I think, doubled down with his own threat, saying that he would see Ari in the morning. Honoka had a very sweet conversation with Hachiro, like she always does, where she was like, "Oh, it wasn't that bad," and described everything in very, very calm and soft terms, while Hachiro excitedly paced about his chamber and talked about how well the day went. And Migi, on the other hand, had a conversation with Ambassador Gakido, saying that Hachiro is ill, perhaps seriously ill. And Gakido stated that having one of the delegates, or the delegates, be in such a weakened state runs counter to their stated goal of making sure that these proceedings go forward in fairness, and charging Migi with doing something, whatever she sees fit, to make sure that Hachiro goes home and is replaced by a different delegate. So, as we finish our previously on section of our anime, we come in tonight on episode 3, The First to Fall. Boop. Hold on. I opened the notes for the wrong game. Boop. There we go. Today I will be playing Buraya instead of Sanson. Buraya is my black region, and his artifact for the day is the dagger, which lets me kill one NPC at any point that I choose without rolling anything. So.
Damn.
Fate, like lightning, branches, breaks, divines its path, then ground it takes. But while one sees those forks as choice, the sky and earth but one path makes. We open on Ari. Ari, you have been sleeping soundly, completely undisturbed by the events of yesterday, I suspect, when you're woken rudely by a knock at your door. What do you do?
Hella rude, but I will get up and go see who it is.
Okay, so we see...
Taking my sweet time.
Absolutely. Do we see you, like, grabbing a loose shirt and, like, pulling it on one sleeve at a time?
Why would I do that?
And, like, very...
Why would I put on clothes?
Okay, so you just saunter.
Why would I do that?
You saunter to the door. Great. Perfect.
What's the rating on this anime again?
It just went up, baby.
Ask your parents. Ask your parents. If you're an adult, still ask your parents. So we see Ari open the door, and standing outside it is Elias. Good, you're up. Let's go.
Go where?
I don't believe I have to tell you. I have a job for you. Come with me.
It would be nice to know, just so I can dress appropriately.
He looks you up and down and sneers a little bit. I am going to speak with Merchant Prince Cipriano Mata, and you are coming with me.
Give me 5 minutes. And he shuts the door.
You have one.
Too late. Door's already shut. But yeah, and he'll go get dressed. Grab his shit.
We cut over to Kai. In Cipriano's chambers, where you're just finishing your debrief that you would have given the day before.
Yep.
And Cipriano massages his forehead a little bit. Well, it's disheartening to hear that things went so poorly in the marsh, but glad to have you back in one piece, along with everyone else.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty much what happened.
I'm afraid this is not going to be a good morning for you. I've just got word in. He holds up a piece of paper. General Sindo is in charge of the city defenses. Is missing.
What? Since when?
Since sometime yesterday. I'm told he went out for patrol. Never made it back. Wasn't seen at his home.
So I take it you want me to investigate?
I'd send someone else, but this
Understood, sir.
is sensitive.
Of course. All right, I'm on it.
There's a knock at the door. A moment, if you don't mind.
Of course. And he just he posts up off to the side, looking like he belongs there.
Yeah, you see him settle himself in his chair and close his eyes and take a deep breath. Come in. And the door opens.
This
And
poor man.
Elias and Ari walk in. Elias says, Cipriano! I'm so sorry to bother you so early in the morning, but I heard you've had some trouble with your guards. I don't quite know what you mean. Elias, do you care to elaborate? Oh, only that the general you had in charge of maintaining security in the city has gone missing.
I think I would know about that if it happened.
Would you?
Yeah, kind of my job to know. In case you forgot. He taps his shoulder where the armor piece is.
Well, if you were so good at your job, I suspect no one would have snuck in here 2 days ago. Prince Mata, I did not come here to trade barbs with your lackey. I came here to offer my assistance. You see, my associate, Ari Adamord, is quite accomplished at finding people. I would be happy to volunteer his services to you. Cipriano looks between the three of you. That
Kai's
is
looking literally anywhere other than at Ari.
that is most generous of you, Elias. I appreciate the gesture, but I wouldn't want to trouble your delegation any further than it already has been. I know Ari was instrumental in acquiring the information that you brought to us yesterday. You see Elias grit his teeth a little bit. Oh, but Cipriano, my friend, I insist, you have yourself spread so thin between defending the palace, and he casts a sneer in your direction, and the city, and of course our work in the meeting chambers. Please allow me to give but one of my attendants to your service. How can I refuse such a magnanimous offer? And Kai, you
Yes, sir.
and Lord Adamord will investigate this together. Please make sure that he has everything he needs, but also make sure that he gives you all that you need in this investigation.
Kai sort of shifts his posture just a little. And you can kind of see his hand tighten a little bit on the oar, enough that it sort of creaks in the silence in between the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a fragile piece of wood by any means.
No.
So that's a hell of a grip that does that. Yes, sir, as you wish. Lord Adamord.
Yeah, I think Ari this whole time has been just kind of staring into space, like he's not being talked about.
Like your furniture.
Yeah, just kind of chilling. But
Like you do.
like you do. But when Kai addresses him, he kind of turns to the Prince Elias and gives like a little curt bow, and then turns to Kai. I'm ready when you are.
Is there anything else, my lord?
No, and he looks at Elias. Sure, we all have much work to do.
We'll get right on it. And he kind of snaps a smart salute. That's far better than anything Cipriano has seen him do before. He's actually like real on point with this whole responsibility duty thing.
Cipriano gives sort of like a confused look for a moment.
And then he just spins on his heel and marches past Ari. Let's go.
Yep, he'll follow out.
Do you bow or anything, or do you just turn and go?
Yeah, just turn and go.
Damn. Okay.
No respect.
None.
None whatsoever.
In another part of the palace, where flickering candles try vainly to keep the shadows of the obsidian structure at bay, a healer goes about her own equally futile task. Behind her, a prince, lungs weak and failing, lies in repose while he reads a letter and rain patters against the diamond-paned windows. Honoka, what are you up to? What are you currently working on?
She's been sent out a lot lately, so she's just power grinding up all the herbs for today's teas, just in case for some reason she gets sent out again today. So she's doing the sticky notes, like setting it all out. Not actual sticky notes, but and she's just making tea, and she finishes the tea. Because there's a proper time to steep tea. You don't want it over steeped or it gets too bitter, and it's just you can't do that. So as soon as that's ready, she stops her mortar and pestle and brings it over to the prince.
Yeah, and actually, can you roll a condition check for me?
Yes, I can.
And an herb gathering check.
Yes. Now, is it raining?
Yes.
Okay.
So you'll get a bonus to the herb gathering.
Yeah. Okay. Let me do my condition check first, but I figured I should ask. Oh, 6.
Ooh, no, that's a 7.
7. That's a 7.
That's a 7. That's pretty good. I think you've been in pretty high spirits the last 2 days, and today you're just in you're at a normal person level, right? What's got you comparatively down?
I think the fact that she's been out of the palace so much and away from the prince, he's not looking great, and it's because I haven't been here to tend to him. I feel a little guilty about it.
Actually, I mean, when you saw him last night, he seemed to be doing surprisingly well. But yeah, again, today
he's got a condition of 6 today because I gave him that herb.
That's true. That's true. But you do notice that while he is better than,
might be good. Yeah, I can tell some of his symptoms are probably.
While you're used to him being in pretty bad shape in the mornings, and this is definitely better than usual. It's not what you would expect given the herbs that you gave him last night, and also the shape that he was in last night.
So she's concerned. Let's see, herb gathering. Oh, 11.
11. That is pretty good. Yeah, you can gather an herb. Let's see. Let's pick a plant for you. Plants. What are the plants in this game? What plants are there?
There's a weird watermelon.
There is a weird watermelon. That's true. The Black Temple melon.
I'm just thinking of ones I know off the top of my head.
I think actually I'm gonna give you a moonlight snowgrass.
Oh.
Which helps focus the mind. For one full day when MP is used, 1 less MP is spent. It has no effect when spending 1 MP. It is a diminutive species of grass that only grows in the moonlight. It is said that it takes an entire year to grow even a single centimeter. Juice squeezed from this grass is used to rouse one's spirit.
Fancy.
Wait, does that last for a whole day, you said?
Yes.
That means that you can't pass out from using magic because you can never use your last point.
No, it's if you would spend 1, it has no effect. Yep.
Yeah, but if you get down to your last 1, when you would spend 1 to do anything.
Right. No, you still spend the 1.
Oh, okay.
That's why it says.
I thought it meant you. Yeah, I thought it meant if you would spend 1, you don't spend 1 instead.
No. It's if you would spend 1, the herb has no effect. You can just concentrate forever.
Wouldn't that be incredible?
That would be.
Quick, use all your magic.
Cool.
So yeah, you're coming over to give him his tea.
Yep.
He sighs heavily and puts the paper down so he can reach out to take the tea. Things are certainly staying busy back home.
Oh, is everything all right?
Well, for now, at least. But he nods toward the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, there's been some movement along our border with the Summer Kingdom.
Oh.
There are worries that maybe the Summer Kingdom is looking to to push out now that they've gained ground here.
Oh, I wouldn't worry too much about that. I think, due to the terrain here and everything, that they'll have their hands full for quite some time.
I wish I had your optimism. But, I don't know. Cipriano, I know he doesn't speak for his entire kingdom, and he puts on a pleasant face, but I think I feel like there's something more there. I don't...
Do you need me to go talk to him? Because I'll go talk to him. Careful.
Honoka, no, please, I can do this.
Oh, I know you can. I'm just saying, if you need a non-official, non-diplomatic representative to go talk some sense into that man, I'm available.
I appreciate the offer, really, but you've got your hands full here.
That's right, I do. Now you drink this tea so you will stop coughing.
Yes, ma'am. He takes another swig. He finishes drinking it and hands you back the cup. So, what's on your docket for today?
Well, I've made out your day's worth of medicines because it's been very hectic the past couple of days, and so just in case anything crazy and spontaneous was to, for some reason, happen again today, you're all taken care of through tomorrow at lunch. So, but I plan on sticking right next to you through the meetings and all that other terribly exciting stuff that's going on.
You don't have to lie for my ego. I know it's boring.
Okay, the slightly not as exciting as other things could be, yet very important in diplomatic meetings.
Well, if you feel the need to go fighting monsters out in the marsh again, don't let me hold you back.
No. I really much prefer healing over fighting. It's really a last resort. It's only because we had to get that artifact. So, and it was only a small couple little wiggly things. Anyways, wasn't any trouble.
I do as well. Prefer healing over fighting, that is. Well, he sits up gingerly and
Help him. I move the pillow with it.
he reaches over to pour himself a cup of water, but the pitcher is empty. I hate to impose.
Oh, don't worry, I was a little thirsty too. I'll just go get the fresh pitcher for us.
Thank you. And as Honoka heads out, she rounds a corner and runs immediately physically into Migi.
Oh.
But
Oh,
we are at the top of
excuse
an
me.
hour. So, fuck you, Lindy, stop talking. No, but we're at the top of an hour. So, before we see what happens between Migi and Honoka, we are going to step away for a couple minutes. And when we return, we will see what strange partnerships emerge from tonight's episode. See you soon. Hello and welcome back to Ryoko Seyo Mahōrea no Densetsu. So, let's see, where did we leave off? Right. Destiny has its hold on Migi. The iron wire of its will biting uncomfortably into her circumstances as she's pulled along. And with a gleeful malice, it sends her careening into Honoka as the two move around a corner.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What a pleasant surprise.
It definitely is a surprise.
You know, I actually was looking for you.
You were?
Yes.
Well, are
I
you
was.
thirsty? Because I'm getting a pitcher of water.
I'm not,
Okay.
but I'll come with you, I suppose,
Okay.
if I must.
Just
Yeah,
keep
maybe
walking.
scurrying along beside you. How is your prince?
Well, he is in good spirits today. Kind of a bit. He's doing okay. Yeah. There's
That's
you know,
great.
politics. It just really wear you
Mhm.
down after a while. So
Mhm.
just dealing with some of that. But he's gonna feel a lot better after a glass of water.
Yes,
Hydration's very important.
I see. I wasn't really asking about his spirits. I was more asking about how he's actually doing.
Oh, well. She kind of glances both ways. I'm sure there's probably nobody at this hour of the morning. He's maintaining. He's still ill, but his cough was a little acting up a bit this morning, but I put a little extra herbs in his tea this morning, so hopefully that'll counteract it.
Right. Would you say that his health is declining?
Hard to say. I'd say it's kind of just about where it was yesterday, just slightly less optimistic. So
Less optimistic. Do you think he'll make it to the end of these negotiations, or do you think he might die?
Oh no, no! I think he's going to make it to the end of these negotiations for sure, and then of course back to the Spring Kingdom. That's a terrible thing to say, and I'm pretty sure she almost drops like the water pitcher just like when Migi says that.
Sorry to be
No.
so insensitive.
No, it's fine. You were just being very straightforward, which I can appreciate.
You see, if his health fails,
Which it won't.
Sure. If his health fails too soon, that could be problematic for negotiations.
I could see how that would be problematic, yes.
Is there a backup plan?
For negotiations?
Yes.
I'm just the court healer. I mean, there very well could be someone who's going to step up to if such a terrible, horrible thing was to ever happen.
Sure. Would it be possible that he would exchange his place with another prince, say, from the Spring Kingdom.
I guess
that
if
a-
he just really wasn't feeling well at all, like if he felt just really bad, I could maybe see it. He does want these negotiations to go well. He's very concerned about the fate of the Four Kingdoms.
Okay. So, you're confident that he's going to make it?
Yes.
Okay. And I think...
Honoka, can you roll
Uh-huh.
a job knowledge check for me?
A job.
Yeah.
knowledge
And
check.
Migi, could you actually roll your condition check, please?
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Hold on, we gotta find job knowledge. Oh,
I think it's top
there
right.
it is. Oop. Oh, fuck.
Okay, so Migi, you're not feeling too hot today. You're not in a great mood.
Not
What's
terrible.
what's the reason for that?
She's Maggie.
She's oh, I'm spooky.
That should
Um,
exist in this state of being.
She exists in a state of ennui.
Okay. And
Nothing
could you
particular has happened.
could you also roll a perception check, Migi?
Sure.
I didn't do good on that job.
And you did not. Yeah. She appears to be telling the truth. His health is. It looks bad on the outside, but surely she must know something that you don't.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then I would like to get to the bottom of what's ailing him.
You and I both. I think I've been just treating the symptoms because I haven't been able to nail down the cause. There's so many symptoms, and it's only so much you can do. It's not, and she'll just list off a bunch of illnesses and things that she's pretty sure aren't what it is. But then a bunch of
Mhm.
possibilities, and then, or it could be something completely crazy that I haven't thought of yet.
Yes. Something we both haven't thought of yet. And she's like, definitely got some other ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan,
Yes.
what do you think the best course of action would be from...
I don't know. It's not my job to know that answer.
Okay.
I mean, okay. What do you want to accomplish? Like, you want to figure out what's happening to him?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not a doctor.
I know, and
Right.
Honoka would know better than me, so...
Honoka, your method would probably be like examining the patient and talking to him about his symptoms, which you have theoretically already done. I don't know, Migi, if maybe there's like some kind of magic you would do, or like
Ooh.
communing with the spirits,
Yeah.
or like I don't know. How would you magic-y investigate a sick person?
I don't think I could.
Draconica open.
Well, I don't see bubonic plague in here.
As the hands start grabbing.
Yeah. I don't know how like ancient people would figure out that someone might be something other than sick.
Throw the bones.
Yeah, I think the thing has happened to Jolie again.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So I'm assuming he can still hear us, and
We think
he
you
will
can
be
hear us,
back
but we don't know.
in a few seconds. To answer the question I think that Jolie was asking about, yep, there he is.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I could hear you.
Yeah, so
Good.
to answer the question I think you were asking of like how would ancient people go about seeing if they think someone's sick? Yeah, I think divination
That's very
stuff
Yeah.
would
Just
make
take
sense.
a bunch of drugs and see what kind
Bloodletting.
of dreams you have.
Yeah. That was
I guess-
definitely a method.
I guess Migi's thinking it's something other than sickness, though.
If you did, then I mean, just like actual investigation,
It's a
like
curse.
poking around would be a thing. Obviously, if you thought perhaps it was a curse, I'm sure there's some ritual or ceremony you could do to be like, I shall detect the curses within your body, Thetans, or whatever. But for other stuff, like a doctor would be, like a physiker would be who picks up on if someone's being poisoned, for instance, theoretically, but that could be difficult if you don't have the implements of poisoning on hand. Like, it's really easy to have, like, I have a poison and a poisoned person and connect the two and be like, haha, I figured it out. But if you just have a poisoned person, especially when you don't have, like, fancy scientific tests you can do,
especially when they've been
like,
sick for so long and don't have a great constitution to begin with.
It's
Just
hard to
seems
be
like
like,
they're sick.
aha, this is a poison, because poisons just do what diseases do, right? Like,
Their symptoms can mirror diseases really easily, or symptoms of diseases, or
yeah.
any dumb thing your body does.
Yeah.
So, well, you ruminate upon...
Yeah, and I definitely wash out the water pitcher, and I'm like, are you sure you don't want some?
Well, you decide on your next course of action. We are going to cut to our two boys. The abode of General Ren Sindo stands grey and lifeless, a grave marker in a cemetery city with its front door opening on a broad boulevard. As Kai and Ari approach, boots splashing in the gathered puddles in the street, no words between them. Can the two of you please roll condition for me?
Yes. Condition check, yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Hey.
Character sheet, where there, hi.
Holy shit. Okay. So you get to boost a stat, Jess, with that, what was that, 15? Ari,
Fuck yeah.
just not quite.
Almost so close.
You're feeling pretty good though, Ari.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I feel like that 1 point that I lost was those 15 minutes of sleep that I lost when I was woken very rudely this morning.
Mhm.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, for real. I don't know that there's. I think that this is just so similar to home. He hasn't really felt bad since they've been here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of. I mean, he's functioning at capacity.
Base level.
He's doing great. Yeah.
On the other hand, Kai, you're feeling great. Why? What's gotten into Kai? Because things appear... He appears to have had a real shit morning. By all measures.
Yeah.
So
This is the fun part where the dice do not match the narrative whatsoever. However, I think it's less, Kai is feeling great.
Mm-hmm.
On an emotional perspective, physically he's always fine. Except when he,
Yeah, he
falls out of a window. Hey!
Yeah.
Also true. However, in this case, I think it's more because Ari is in his general vicinity and there's a situation happening there, I think he is intensely focused on doing his job today. So he's like on it, focused and doing everything pitch perfect and trying to he's basically like shoved his emotions in a box and will deal with them later. So, yeah.
So the two of you have come upon General Sindo's home. Which of you goes first? Like, which of you do you knock, or what do you do? I guess should be the question.
Does it look like anyone's home, like at a glance, or like anyone's been home for a while?
Not really. There's no smoke coming out of the chimney. It's a very dreary day. I mean, as all of them are here, and there's no light flickering inside.
If Kai hesitated to go in, Ari would just go in.
You just walk in.
Yeah.
So I think before actually, like, Kai would get to the door, kind of look around, give a knock, probably only wait a couple minutes, and if there's no answer, he'd try the door.
Yeah, so you knock and there's no response, and you give the handle a shake, and it is locked.
All right. He's gonna kind of take a peep in the window.
All right. Well, while Kai is peeking in through the window, all right, what are you up to?
Is there a back door?
So, Kai, you peek in the window, and the curtains are pulled back so you can see in, and you see sort of like a pretty Spartan living room. As far as you know, Sindo lives here alone. Any family that he has would be back in the Summerlands. And when you look back, Ari is not with you.
Cool. Does Kai know Sindo, like, personally? Or would he?
You tell me.
Well, he's a general, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for how long?
I suspect for a while.
Okay. I would assume it's likely that they've at least talked, but it's probably a distinctly professional relationship, such as it is.
Yeah, almost certainly, because you're both doing, like, both in charge of military activity in the city. It's just you're doing a subset separate from what he was doing.
Yeah. So they're acquainted, I think, is fair to say. And as he looks away from the window and realizes Ari's gone, we just hear him, fuck. He tries the door again, just to see if, like, maybe Ari fucking snuck through.
The handle is still locked, and I think as you jiggle the handle, we cut over to Ari at the back side of the building, where there is a door, but it is
it
also
unlocked?
locked.
I'll just casually break it.
Casually break it.
Could you roll strength, please?
Yeah. Well, I mean, specifically, I would like to probably pick the lock if I can.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll let you roll.
I am not that strong.
I'll let you roll Dex in.
I mean, on the flip side, at the front door, Kai is definitely going to break the handle off. Using his oar, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead and roll strength, Kai.
Not the oar. He's gonna use the sword, cudgel, whatever the hell that thing is that he has, the shorter weapon. Should I roll an accuracy, or do you want me to do
just roll strength?
Yeah. Okay. Stress.
All right, so we see Ari with some tools, and we hear the lock click, and then, like, the handle rotates, and Ari walks in, and then somewhere at the front of the house, Ari, you hear a bang and a crash, and the door just swings open with the handle destroyed.
Kai just kind of chucks the handle inside the house and walks in.
Yeah, Ari's coming in through the back and just shuts the door back and locks it back.
Listen. I'll
Like
fix it on the way out
accentuate
somehow.
the fact that he is not broke in this house. Was that totally necessary?
Where the fuck did you go?
The other door?
Was it open?
No, but I didn't have very much trouble opening it without ruining it.
Great. Cool. That's fine. Let's look around. The door kind of like creaks open behind him again because
Yeah, like inches.
I think we see Kai just like grab a piece of furniture nearby and kind of prop it against the door to keep him from doing that. All right. You want to start in the back? I'll start in the front.
All right.
And you're going to start searching the place. And not talking to each other at all.
No need for collaboration here.
No.
Can you both please roll a notice check?
Yeah. You mean
Disaster.
perception?
Perception, yes. I don't know where I got notice.
Get it straight.
From.
What is notice from?
I don't know. I don't know what game that's from. All right, a 13 and a 14. Hot damn.
We see it all.
You both come
I see a
to
little bit more.
the same conclusion.
I actually don't know why I have a +1. I'm not sure how that got there.
That's a good question.
Take it away, I guess. I'm not sure why it's
Do you
there.
have terrain bonus checked or something? Although that would be
Maybe?
giving you +2, theoretically.
I don't know.
You have concentrating checked?
No.
Tell us everything you've got check.
Yes,
Terrain,
please.
weather.
Uh,
Terrain and weather, but I don't. It's weird. I'm confused.
yeah. That is weird. I
Anyway,
don't know.
ignore,
Okay,
ignore
so
that.
a 12 and a 14.
Yeah.
Both of which are quite good. So both of you go through this downstairs area, and you don't turn up much. Although we do see Ari, we see you pick up a portrait of presumably General Sindo, and what you presume is his husband.
Are they hot?
Of course they are.
Okay,
Scale
cool.
one.
Carry
well,
on.
we see the picture, we see Sindo, and we, as an audience, recognize him as the Summerland soldier that we saw dead at the end of episode 2. So, but what the conclusion both of you come to is that this place is untouched. It seems relatively clean. You can see sort of in the wash basin the dishes that he would have used for breakfast, but there's no sign that he came home last night, and there's no sign but for the front door that anyone attempted to break in.
Okay. Well, this place is clean.
I guess he wasn't taken here.
Mm-mm. I would assume it's fair to say Kai probably knows his patrol route, right?
Yeah, or at least you would know who to ask to get it.
Yeah. So not difficult to come by the information.
Mhm.
See if we can take the rounds on his patrol route and see what we can find.
Was he very important?
Important enough.
Enough that we both have to spend the whole day looking for him?
You can go do whatever the hell you want.
I have my assignment.
So do I.
Then I guess his patrol.
Kai turns and walks out the busted door and leaves it open because it's not gonna shut anyway.
Yeah.
and he will make for where he knows Sindo's patrol begins.
And Ari?
Yeah. I think he'll follow along. He just shakes his head at the door and just trails after.
All right.
Oh, I also probably should have mentioned, like, if he's going on a searching mission, he absolutely would have brought Atta with him because she's a fucking hunting hound.
That makes sense. So let's. I think Atta actually stops and growls a little bit.
What is it, girl?
And Atta
He'll kind
sort
of crouch down and.
Yeah, she pulls away from you and starts walking cautiously toward an alleyway.
He'll follow.
And I think as we see you headed toward the alleyway, we're going to cut over to Honoka and Migi. As you finish gathering your water. Migi, what did you want to do?
Are we taking the water back to the prince? Is that the...
Yes.
Okay.
He's thirsty, and you're probably dehydrated too. You just don't know it. But Honoka's not going to push the issue.
Miki's like dry as a bone. She like drinks water only
Once a
when
year.
necessary. Yeah, so I think as we're walking back, Migi's fumbling in her pockets and looking for something, and she just says like, well, if you think that he can handle the rest of these negotiations, I'm not going to argue with you, as you are the expert in this field. I made a promise to you the other day.
Oh, is this about the amulet?
And
The
Migi
cursed
Migi like pulls it out of her pocket, and looks at it, and for a moment, instead of the face that's actually carved into the amulet, it looks like her mother's. Like she gets a flash of like her mother's face and like shudders as she looks at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's this, and she just holds it up.
Yeah, cursed items are no joke. So, yeah, I would be more than happy to assist you in looking into the matter.
Perfect. I don't know why I'm letting you in on this investigation, to be honest, but I'm sure it'll build trust between us, right?
Yes! And it will be very educational and informative.
Certainly. I know someone.
Oh. Well, I
Might
know
be
some
able-
people too.
Oh, do you?
Mhm.
I guess we both know people then. Fancy that. Do you want to tell me who you know?
Well, do you?
Is your person a black market magnate with
No,
an
I don't
unreasonably
know
good
anyone who
taste?
does illegal or illicit things.
Oh, I'm sorry that I assumed. Who do you know?
I'm very well acquainted with the stable girl, and of course other members of the spring delegation, and a few people here and there.
And you think the stable girl...
Well, you just said
Oh.
you knew people. I didn't know if we were specifying people related to the amulet.
Yes,
I want you to think I didn't have any friends.
I'm sure you do. Do you know anyone in particular that might know something about this?
Well, there is one member of this spring delegation who might be able to help. He's very smart.
Who is he?
Dylan, do you have a name? You want me to make up something?
Give me a name.
Okay, a name. We'll call him.
Actually, wait, I know what your names are like. Hold on. Never mind. Never mind. Which person is this that you need a name for?
The really smart, very round.
Yes. His
Super
name
smart.
is dun 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 dun. Botan.
Botan. All right.
Yes.
His name is Botan, and he is a member of the spring delegation, but he's very smart. I don't think he's sat in on all of the meetings, as he's very busy in his research sometimes.
Oh, what does he research?
All sorts of things. He's a very well-studied individual.
I see. Is he here in the palace?
Yes, he is. As soon as we drop this water off, I can go take you to him.
Let's go to him first. If we find nothing, we'll go to my contact.
Okay. So she'll drop the water off, and then tell Prince Hachiro, remember when I mentioned that slightly cursed amulet? Actually, I'm going to
Yes.
be looking into that today, I believe, with Miki, the member of the autumn delegation that I was telling you about.
Oh.
I think it's important we learn about it. It could be important to the events here.
Well, I trust you.
Okay.
Stay
I'll
out of
check in
trouble.
on you. Always.
Alright.
And remember, take this tea at 11 a.m. and then this one at lunch. I'll check
Yes.
in on you after that.
Yes, I'll be fine.
Okay, here's some
You've
water.
been more than enough.
Okay. I take a glass of water to go. And I meet up with Miki. Right back out in the hall.
Lead the way.
She goes like 3 doors down and then knocks.
Yeah, come in.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, you like open the door or start to open the door and it gets stuck like 2 inches in, and then you keep pushing and it just pushes a bunch of like books and papers across the floor. And it's we see a somewhat older man, a little pudgy, stand up from a desk. Oh, I'm so sorry, Honoka. Let me just get those. And he starts stepping, and he's like stepping on little patches between the books and stuff.
The story of my room. Yeah.
Yes, we are all familiar with this maneuver. And he finally gets over and picks up the assorted parchments. I'll just... He sets them on top of another stack of books.
I brought you a glass of water.
Oh, thank you. You shouldn't have. Although
I figured
actually,
you probably don't remember the last time you had anything to drink, and so I brought you something to drink.
no, you're right. This is a good idea.
Also, this is a friend of mine, Miki.
Hello.
Hello. It's He moves the glass to his other hand and then reaches out his right hand sort of shakily to shake yours. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Miki just like looks at his hand. Yes. A pleasure.
Right. And he takes the hand back.
Look, sir. We're looking for information. We found
Bless
a
you.
very strange object in the palace
Cursed
here.
amulet.
Cursed amulet.
A what?
I should not talk when you're drinking. But yes, a cursed amulet.
That's he adjusts his glasses. That's a problem. Have you told the prince?
Yes.
You did.
Yeah, of course
Of course you did, yes.
Why wouldn't I?
Well, I guess what did the prince say?
He said that we should look into the matter.
Right, and so you're okay. He turns around and starts picking his way back across the room, and then he stops and makes a turn and starts going to another part of the room. I think, what kind of amulet, is it? What, like, picks up a book? No, throws it. Starts...
I
Yuki,
could
why don't
show
you
you.
Oh, yeah, 1 second. He starts picking his way back over. Gets back.
Yeah, me just looking at him like,
All right.
hi. Yes. And then she takes it out of her pocket again. Does this
Huh.
look familiar to you?
I mean, yes, it's Akvan's symbol. It's everywhere. And this was cursed? Are you sure?
I'd say so.
You said it was some kind of fear curse?
Oh, fear curse is interesting.
It spooked
Then-
me, which is saying something.
And then I was like, "Are you okay?" And it cracked.
Oh. 1 moment. And then he just closes the door in your face and you hear a bunch of books fall over. And he like, there's some rummaging, some shuffling, and then he pulls the door open, making yet another mess. And he's got a book in hand and he starts flipping through it.
Mhm.
So, there are reports that came in from the Summer Kingdom when Akvan was,
Mm-hmm.
and people described him as being like a demon, really, and I always assumed that they were exaggerating for effect. People scared, war, it happens. Yeah, here we go. And he flips the book around, and you can see an illustration of a person with a pair of horns coming out of their head. And he points at it. Demons are rare. They're not in a lot of books, but among their powers, some of them have been known to manipulate people's fears. So, I don't know, maybe you found that here, you said? Well, maybe Akvan just left it laying around.
I don't think so. It was not covered in dust, so it hadn't been here a long time, and it was in a hallway. You'd think the people cleaning would have picked that up.
I would. Yes, well, but Akvan's dead, so... He couldn't have left it there recently.
Did Akvan have any kids?
I mean, not that... Hold on a second. And he starts picking his way over, and you see, like, several genealogy books go flying, and he grabs one. Not that I know of, but... You know what? Maybe the records here would be more recent.
Probably.
More recent than what we had in the Spring Kingdom. One slight problem, I don't know where they kept the records here. So, I hope you two are up for a walk.
It's my favorite thing to do.
It's very good for your circulations, yes.
Right. Well, I guess starts picking his way back over, and he stops, turns around, and grabs like a coat, and comes back over, and then stops and goes back and grabs a hat, puts it on. Well then, let's go, I guess.
Okay.
Who do we ask, do you think?
That is an excellent question. Probably someone who's been here a while. Maybe one of the summer. I bet if we could find someone who does the cleaning around here, they would probably know where they're because they have to clean. They
That
know the layout.
you have great intuition, Honoka.
I do. They would also
Let's-
probably be kept someplace cool and dry.
Right.
That would make sense.
Paper.
All right, and he like slams the door, and you hear like some papers flutter inside the room, and he winces. I'll deal with that later. And I think with that, we're pretty close to the top of an hour. That's a good point for us to take our final break of the evening. When we come back, we will see if our erstwhile palace investigators can find the records, but also what our two hot boys are about to find in that alleyway. See you soon. Hello and welcome back to the final hour of episode 3 of Legends of Mahōrea. So we come back on Kai as you follow Atta into the alleyway, and it's dim. It's a little hard to see, but once you get in, you are well acquainted with the smell of blood. And you definitely, even before you see the splash of blood up the wall, you smell that. You feel the iron in the back of your mouth.
He's an alleyway is not best for his usual weapon, so the echo is on his back, but he does have his leomano, which is the shark teeth sword thing, cudgel, whatever.
Ari, what are you doing? Are you following Kai into the alleyway, or?
Probably not. Like, I mean, probably slowly. But like, he obviously doesn't have as much he's not as in touch with this dog of like follow the dog into the alley.
Yeah.
So he definitely would have been following behind, just not urgently, not thinking anything's wrong.
Yeah. Kai will sort
Right.
of like instinctively put a hand out kind of behind him to indicate for Ari to hold back as he goes further into the alley.
Okay. As that happens and you pull up short, Ari, I'm spending an LP for the surprise attack benediction.
Neat.
And Ari, as you're at the entrance to this alleyway, you do not detect the person sneaking up on you with a dagger. So let me roll accuracy. Fingers crossed. Come on, don't screw me, dice. Fuck. I mean, that's still pretty good. That's a 9. And you are going to have to roll Dex Int, I believe it is, the dodge to
Dodge.
try and
Okay.
avoid getting hit.
7.
That's 7, which does not beat it. So, Kai, you hold up this hand, and then you hear the sound of a blade hitting flesh. As Ari, rather, you take 8 damage.
Ouchie.
And we're gonna transfer over to the battle map real quick.
Sweet boy though.
But ow, why did you do
Don't-
that? I know I said
don't-
to, but don't do it.
Don't hurt him.
And this
No.
thing's initiative, it's not a statue, and its initiative is 6. Its initiative is 11.
Do we need to roll initiative?
Yes.
Okay.
Mine is also 11.
Damn. Okay, you have to roll again.
Boop. Fuck.
You're so scared for
Hi.
me.
You all right, buddy? What the hell happened?
He's shocked.
Ari, can
Shocker.
you roll again?
Yeah.
There
14.
you go. Alright. Alright. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Okay, so Ari, and then the bandit, and then Kai. I think there's God, what sort of stuff is in this alleyway? There's like
Boxes.
a loose rock,
A break.
a brick, boxes.
Some blood.
Some blood.
Yeah.
It's the
You-
blood that
blood.
You said there was blood.
the blood is dry. I don't know that you
Oh.
can use that.
Glass.
That was slippery.
Glass. Okay.
Broken glass.
Covered in blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, there is some broken glass covered in blood. Maybe it's covered in your blood now. Who knows?
A
Oh,
metal
God.
rod.
A metal rod.
Go fight.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
A bag of clothes that somebody forgot to take to Goodwill.
No, we're good. We have everything
Oh,
we
okay.
need. So, Ari,
Yeah.
we go to you first.
Cool.
As you feel this night, I think you actually turn around as you hear the footsteps, and then this dagger just plants directly into your chest.
Fun.
What do
Can
you do?
So, I have a light blade, but
Mhm.
narratively, can I take this dagger out and stab them with it
Yes,
using
That's
my
such
light
a-
blade?
It's such a thing he would do.
it really is.
Garbage can.
Ugh.
Okay, a 10,
like-
and
Like
I'm
a
rolling
dog.
Dex and Int, so I'm rolling 1d10 plus 1d6 and a 7. Okay,
Not
you,
enough.
yeah, you hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
10.
Oh my goodness.
Also,
so
should
yeah.
I have counted my armor into my damage?
Yes.
Okay, so it was only 8.
So yeah, you punch this guy in the throat, and he reels back and lets go of the dagger, and we just see you pull the dagger out and shove it in like between his ribs.
So
And then-
rude.
He grunts in pain, and then is gonna try and like pull you into a chokehold and choke you out.
Sure.
13.
Go for it, bud.
Holy crap.
Ow.
Oh my god.
You don't need me here. I'll just chill in the back of this alley.
I'm gonna
Cool.
say on a critical success, if you would like to move to another, like into the back area,
Can I actually attack again?
no.
Fine.
Just like
Um,
go throw him.
Yeah, I mean, moving into the back area would essentially put both of you. It would pull Kai into the front area.
I wouldn't do that though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then.
So
It's okay, don't worry. Kai's real stupid. He's gonna get there all on his own.
It is your turn, Kai.
Yeah. So he's I think after hearing Ari, or hearing the stabbiness that was going on behind him,
Mm-hmm.
he kind of whips around, and probably Atta too. And we just sort of hear him shout Ari's name, and he just like straight up dives to get between them, and leads the way with the sword thing, cudgel thing, whatever
Yeah.
the hell that weapon is.
All right. So you move up into the front area.
I'm gonna like straight up vault over the boxes that were probably obscuring his immediate view, and just
Mhm.
like come down on the guy as hard as possible.
Okay.
And then, stay physically interposed, because he has abs that are good for a shield.
Abs of steel.
Yes, abs of shielding. That's what he's got.
+2 abs of shielding. Right.
Yep. I get an extra +1 on my accuracy. Yes.
Yes, for using the boxes.
Neat. I was definitely about to roll with the wrong weapon because I'm goofy.
That's fine.
There we go.
Holy shit!
good luck on that dodge,
That's
friendo.
an 18.
Mm.
Sure.
Cannot. Yeah, no. So you come over and go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. I think in canon we see Kai looks absolutely livid as he cuts at this guy.
Jesus. Yeah. You catch him across the face, and he spins and hits the ground hard. And he
Eat
is
shark teeth, bitch.
Yeah, he's bleeding profusely from the like general face area.
I shredded his face. That's fine.
It's
No big.
rough. And he's like is trying to push himself up when we get back to Arya's turn.
Yeah. Man, how dead does he look?
He's real close to
Like,
death.
should I keep hitting him if I don't want to kill him?
No.
Or can I get one more? Oh, so I should stop killing him.
He needs a doctor.
Okay.
He's bleeding profusely from the face.
Yeah.
Is there a way I can just like grab him and pull him to their feet and like basically I want to talk to him.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Non-lethal damage is a thing, though? Oh, right, it is. I forget how it works in this game, though.
Oh.
Because we have
Do I just say I don't want to
essentially
kill him?
never done it. I think so.
I mean,
Kira just kills everything, so it's never
That's
come
true.
up.
Does
Yeah,
she, though?
can I hit as hard as I can and leave with just a little bit left?
Oh, a -2 to attack?
Well,
Fainting. Surprise attacks.
maybe.
Non-lethal, there we go. In order to do so, they must declare their intent before the accuracy check and accept a -2 penalty on the check. So, yes.
Neat.
Okay, on the accuracy check, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but see, the thing that doesn't make sense to me is like I could still end up accidentally killing him.
No, it's a penalty to the accuracy
Oh.
check, so you're more
Okay.
likely to miss, but what it says is if they succeed, the damage check occurs as normal, except that damage applied may not reduce the target to less than -2.
Perfect. Okay, yeah, I will do that, and I will take -2. So I already just factored that in. I'm gonna try and stab him, but not kill. I know where the major arteries are. Here I go.
You know what's important. Oh,
Stab.
Jesus.
Yeah, not good.
Okay, a 5.
Ari's not used to not killing.
I'm like,
He's
ah.
Yeah, so I think he actually, you go to like get him with the pommel of your light blade, which is like it's a short sword, right?
Mm-hmm.
And surprising you with his speed, he like wraps his arm around your sword, your sword arm, and goes in to attack you again.
Dude, if you're almost dead, just give up.
He's gonna try and just stab you in the neck.
You stupid idiot.
He's gonna do a real good job of it.
Well, wait, well.
Fuck!
Let's
Help
see how well you
yourself.
dodge.
Nope, I didn't.
Not
nail
great.
it.
Ah!
Let's see damage.
He stabs me in the what?
Only 2.
I don't take any damage.
Okay, so yeah, he thrusts with the dagger, and you just like lean your head to the side and like barely grazes your neck.
You get a slight haircut
Yeah, Kai.
from this bastard.
Hate that.
Yeah.
Leave my hair
Well,
alone.
I'm sure there was a reason for not killing him, but Kai doesn't care about that right now. He cares that Ari is being held hostage by this
And,
guy.
and bleeding.
And
a little
bleeding
bit.
A little bit. So yeah, he's just going to dive in and try to wreck him again.
All right.
But I think he's gonna like probably lead to like grab him and then cut him down.
Yeah.
So where are my attacky things? There we go.
Get him. Oh, Jesus.
He's so fucking
I mean, let's
pissed right
see
now.
if he crits, I guess, but nope. All right, roll damage.
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
know if you can not kill him with this.
Okay.
I think your
Well.
minimum damage might kill him, but we'll see.
Let's see what happens.
Yes, the dead man. So yeah, I think we see you like
Yeah, he
He's-
just like wings him across the chest, I think.
okay.
With that blade.
Yeah, and he just
And
like
kicks him away.
and falls back down, coughing up blood.
Ari, are you okay? Let me see it.
I'm fine.
Fucking liar. He's just gonna grab him by the not bleeding shoulder area and turn him around to actually get a look at the wound.
I mean, he's not gonna die, but it's not nothing. It's not like You've seen mild scratches. This is
Sure.
you should probably put something on it.
Maybe bandage it up and
Got a
maybe get some
Band-Aid?
medical attention. I got a smooch. I don't think that's recommended at this stage, though.
Not FDA approved.
No. Yeah. Yeah, so he is absolutely fussing over Ari, kind of opening up the shirt and stuff to get a look at the actual wound. I don't know, like, non-healers can't really do like
heal.
any kind of first aid.
Yeah,
but
I mean,
feel
I'd let you roll a job knowledge to like
okay,
just
because I
like
feel like
stem
at
the
least he
bleeding.
might know, like, yeah, like enough battlefield medicine to like stop a wound from bleeding freely.
Yeah, I will
So-
let you save Ari from me applying the gross modifier to all of his equipment, which I can
Awesome.
Boy.
Ew.
Really hateful. I've never been gross a day in my life, but
do. Never, not once.
Jeez.
Born in
Un-
just perfect.
Oh, here's the
And
great part.
sparkly.
Job knowledge is absolutely gonna be the shittiest roll
You're
I ever
great.
do.
you can do it.
I believe
My lowest stats. Let's go.
Can I help?
he doesn't need it.
You did great.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. As better than a pro. So
Damn.
yeah, you absolutely can like pull some
Yeah.
quick battle
Yeah.
bandages out of your
Yeah, I
equipment
think
and-
he's tearing some stuff out of his supplies because he probably does keep at least a little bit on him.
yeah.
To like stop the bleeding and wrap it up. And he's doing that very quickly.
You shouldn't have killed him.
Why not? He was trying to kill you.
I would have liked to know why.
Well, if another one comes around, we can deal with him and you can ask him questions.
I would hope that another one wouldn't come around.
Why don't you go back to the castle?
And why would I do that?
Because you're wounded, dumbass.
I'm fine.
Kai just sort of looks at the blood on his hands.
I've been hurt worse than this.
I know that.
So then you should know that I'm fine.
All right, fine. Do what you want. Just be careful.
I'm always careful.
Then what the hell was that?
You snuck up on me. I was following you and your dog.
Atta growls.
Yeah. Otto takes offense to that. Listen. No, never mind. Let's finish this job.
Well, at least we know what might have happened to him.
Shanked in the alley by a bandit? He's a general.
And I'm a noble. What difference does it make?
Well, with all due respect, you're considerably more fragile than Cindo was.
I don't think that's true.
Really? I distinctly remember bandaging your wounds and learning otherwise.
If it hadn't been me, it would have been you. You didn't see him coming either.
Yeah, but I can take a punch a lot better. Or a dagger.
If you say so.
Look, let's just get this job done. I'm sure you're just as eager to get out of my company.
You're eager to be away from me?
Yeah. He's lying, and he's bad at it.
All right. Well, let's go.
And he kind of gives a pat to Atta after getting his hands kind of cleaned off, and then turns to step out of the alley. Though we do see kind of another look at Ari, and just like glancing at the wound, he's still not entirely willing to believe that he's okay.
Ari, I mean, you're not feeling hot.
But I look hot, and that's all that matters.
That's true. I think you might even look hotter now.
Yeah. Disheveled in all the right ways.
Yeah, Atta will go and like sniff the corpse. And
Oh yeah, I definitely want to look at that.
yeah, you want to check the body.
Don't want to just leave it here.
Yeah. Oh, Kai would be looking to see if there's anything amidst the guy's belongings that might have some sort of answers.
I want to
Yeah.
perceive.
You go ahead and perceive.
What do we perceive?
What do we perceive? I don't.
I will try to
My
perceive
vision is blurred.
things.
All right, so Ari turns the body over and Kai checks the alleyway. Kai, you find a small locket. It's crude, some sort of bronze probably. With when you open it up, there's a picture on one side of a woman. You guess it's not particularly well painted, and on the other is the person that you just fought.
Oh, cool. Now I feel like a dick. It's okay.
And
though.
it's obviously been in the alleyway for a time, but it's got some of the blood splattered on it. So presumably it was here at the time of the blood spatter on the wall.
Okay.
Cool.
And Ari, as you turn over the body, you find a conspicuously large pouch of coins.
Sure.
In a pouch that is cinched with Akvan's symbol.
I take it.
Atta growls at you.
What are you doing?
She doesn't need money.
She's a dog of justice.
I take it off of him, and then I'll throw it to Kai, and I'm gonna take his weapon too.
Okay,
He'll catch
it's
the
not
money
a
as
good
it comes.
dagger. I mean, it is a dagger, but it's not a good one.
I still want it. It's like a trophy.
Okay.
Ari, I
Jesus.
have questions. Yeah, Kai will catch the sack of money and turn it around a bit and then take a look and notice the symbol. He had this on him?
He did.
Okay.
A thief?
Maybe.
The pouch is
Awful
of
unwieldy.
significantly higher quality than
Everything
anything
else he's got.
on him. Yeah.
Be pretty hard to lift this off of somebody. I found this in the alley. He tosses the locket over.
Well, I don't know what we do with this, but
I'll take this to the prince. Someone's maybe been paid for something by someone who has ties to Akvan. Hell if I know.
what would they want with a general?
Well, not everybody's happy about the situation here.
Do you think that's enough to hire a hitman on him?
Could be for some.
Maybe he came back for this. And he holds up the locket.
Well, bad timing all around, I guess.
We should keep moving.
Leave the locket with him. Let's move the body into the alley. I'll report it when we get back.
Yep. We'll put him up next to those boxes.
Yep.
Okay.
Kai will take the sack of money to deliver to the prince later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep the locket, actually.
You fucker!
I think actually I want you to roll negotiation against Kai's perception.
Okay.
If you don't want Kai to know that you're doing that.
Can I roll stealth?
Yeah, you can roll stealth
Okay.
instead. Stealth against perception.
Oh,
Not
well,
that it makes.
I'm not gonna win that contest, but
That's,
we'll see.
but don't speak too soon.
You never know with dice. A 9 and a 9. You both roll again.
I'm scared. You go first this time.
Oh,
Fuck.
an 11.
Kai, my boy.
Nope.
Kai,
Homeboy's on the ball tonight.
you're leaving the alleyway, and you see as Ari like props the body up, you see him disappear the locket inside his cloak.
His hand is out and on Ari's wrist. The hell are you doing?
I'm keeping it.
Why?
I want to know who he was. He doesn't need it.
He came back for it, if your guess is right. Have a little respect for the dead.
I'm not the one that killed him.
I'm gonna go report this back. We'll figure out the shift later. He starts walking off.
I'm keeping it.
Do you just let him go, Ari?
I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
I'm just gonna sit in this alley forever.
I don't know. Are you gonna are you gonna
I'm
say
following.
anything, or are you just gonna go back to the palace without comment?
Kai is moving at a hell of a clip at this point. One would say he's running away at a brisk walk.
Okay.
Much more leisurely stroll. Also, I'm hurt a little bit, so I'm gonna take my time.
Ow. Yeah, I think actually, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the injured condition. Ari.
What does that do? Oh, I can't become injured. I'm really sorry for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm immune
Wait,
to injured.
What?
I'm immune to it.
I thought you were immune to something else instead.
I'm immune to injury because I knew you would
Okay.
pull this shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm immune to shock.
You're
He's
shocked.
immune.
Gotcha. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I can't make
So,
you
good
injured,
luck.
but okay. Fine, jerk. So let's cut over to our other investigators back at the palace. You have, through a series of odd questions and random rooms, found yourself in the Hall of Records here in the palace. It is separate from the library. It is kept underground, behind a large door that was locked, but fortunately you managed to find someone with the keys. And so just the three of you walk into this vaulted dark room with these many shelves with like square holes for scrolls to be kept in. What do you do?
Well, I guess we should start at some of the most recent records. Kind of just see what they were throwing up here. Maybe they'll have some mention of things, because obviously there was a war going on, so you'd think they'd start to record. So, just start looking through scrolls, looking for mentions of demons and curses, and maybe
Makes more sense than starting at the beginning.
Yeah.
And he looks longingly toward the beginning section.
I think Mika sort of nods and starts looking around, but she's looking for something else.
Really?
Well, you guys do that.
Uh-huh.
Like, she'll sort of peruse in this general area and kind of wander to look for what might be a a spot in the vault where you would find like architectural drawings of the palace.
Oh.
'Cause
Okay.
I think it'd be useful to know where all the secret passages and stuff
Probably.
are in this
Of
fancy place.
course. Go ahead and roll. Each of you can roll perception as you look
Okay.
for your separate things that you want to find.
I'm gonna concentrate.
Smart
Oh,
move.
good idea. I might do that too.
This is important. Important research. 11.
An 11. Okay. And a 9. All right. So Miki, you're looking around, but it's gonna take you some time before you find anything useful. Honoka, on the other hand, you just happen to pull the right scroll, essentially, right from the beginning. You pull a scroll and you open it up, and it's a declaration of marriage.
Oh.
And it says, like, on this day, the blah 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 of such and such, in the whatevereth year of our king Akvan was married to the peasant girl Anguya. Which I will put in chat.
Thank you.
I don't think Honoka would recognize that name, but we as an audience, I will, rather than relying on everyone's memory, I will let you know that you found the many journal entries of a woman named Anguya in Ithrazaya, writing about her beloved Azihutashta, which in episode 1 of this miniseries, when Elias got the papers from Ari, briefly read that name out. So yeah. And so you know that he was at least married.
Okay. I'll relay this out.
Migi, you somewhere off, you like hear Honoka be like, Akvan was married, we found a wife.
Oh good, keep looking.
Okay.
You're like pulling scrolls, Honoka, and Migi, you in sort of a dark, dusty corner find these large roll-out maps of the palace. They're too large for you to like hide in a pocket somewhere, unfortunately, but you know where they are at least.
Do I see any secret passages that might lead into Ari's bedchamber?
Roll perception again.
Roll a navigation. No.
I mean, you could go
Perception
for a
again,
direction
okay.
check instead. I would also
Alrighty.
accept a direction check if you would like.
Yeah, okay.
Either one. Oh, shit. Yes, there is.
Be good at navigating.
Yeah.
Send
That
us
is-
two on the mission.
Jesus Christ, 23. 23. Oh my god.
We're high five navigation buddy.
Yeah.
And I think as you do that, we like see you tracing the passageways and then like tap on a room and mutter Ari's name under your breath. And then Honoka, you pull out a set of scrolls, and you unroll one, and it says, declaring the birth of the royal heir, Vidhatu. And then a second scroll, declaring the birth of the royal princess, Varun. And a third, declaring the awaited birth of the second prince, Aishma.
He did have kids. 3 of them.
Recently?
No, right? Like a
Uh,
little while ago.
Ish.
For their dates.
Vidhatu and Varun are both in their late teens, but Aishma, the second prince, was expected to be born within the last few months.
Well, the youngest one is a few months old, according to this due date chart. But the other ones would be teenagers.
That's very interesting. And
Fascinating. Maybe they're running amok and stirring up trouble.
yeah, I think Migi comes wandering back from wherever dusty corner she was in.
Well, I don't think anyone knew about this. We should probably
Yes.
tell them.
It could be pertinent.
I mean, if there's an heir that could attempt to form some kind of rebellion,
Stage a coup
that would be a problem.
would be very problematic. All right, so we let them know, and then we can go visit your friend.
Certainly, yes.
Okay. I know you wanted to do
Um,
this first.
Which friend?
Oh, just an old pal.
I'm sure you're very busy with the research here. We're just still looking into, I don't see anything on the curse here, but maybe this belonged to one of his children? The amulet? The cursed amulet?
Well, if he's what the Summerlanders said, stands to reason his children would be too. So, maybe. I guess I'll keep looking and see what I can find.
All right. Good luck. And then,
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.
Mhm.
You should go straight to the meeting chambers
Okay.
and tell them now.
Yeah, she'll gather up the scrolls. And like, all right, let's just tell them real quick on our way out. And then
I think I might actually tell you to run along, and I'm gonna see if I can at least find the entrance to this passageway to
like, I'll catch up.
confirm. Yeah. Perfect. Yes, just let them know I'm going to prepare for our outing.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes, you're not very. I mean, you might need an umbrella or some rain boots. It is rather wet outside, so okay. And she'll-
He does not use an umbrella.
Maybe it just gets wet. Meanwhile, Kai, you've had to double back a couple times because Ari is not speeding up.
Nope, of course he's not.
So, do you continue, or does your temper cool off?
I think he's finally slowed his pace considerably. He's keeping Ari's pace now, which for Kai is far too fucking slow normally. But he is staying alongside of him, glancing over on occasion to see how the wound is doing. But not really saying anything.
Ari, you can tell that walking this slowly is killing Kai.
It is
No, I know that's why he's doing it.
physically excruciating.
Yeah, I think once Kai slows down to match his pace, he just looks over at him. You said you wanted to be away from me. Now's your opportunity. You're not obligated to walk back with me.
I'm not going to leave you alone in the street like that.
And why not?
What kind of question is that?
It is what it is. Why not?
You're the one that apparently hates me. I'm not going to leave you to die.
I don't know what gave you the idea that I hated you.
Let's see. Disappearing without saying a damn word. leaving all the stuff I gave you behind without saying a damn word, being gone, nearly shooting me on the battlefield. What else? Oh yeah. Why aren't you coming back? You're not family, all of that. Like, I get it, but I'm not gonna just leave you there wounded. Look, we don't have to talk, we can just walk.
To be fair, shooting at you was an accident.
Really?
Well, I didn't know it was you.
That's fair. Probably the last place you expected to see me, right?
It was a little disarming.
Well, sorry about that.
Are you?
Do you know why I left?
Not really, no.
Better question. Do you care? I'm assuming the answer's no.
I'm interested.
I went to try and find you. And it turns out I'm pretty shit at figuring out where to go once I leave my house. Had no idea how big the world was. Surprise.
Well, you found me.
Yeah. For whatever that's worth, I guess.
You know, I'm a decent liar.
Okay. He sort of looks like, okay, where's this going? I don't understand. But he does glance over finally and actually makes eye contact.
About why I left. I mean,
Okay.
I think that the reason that I've given you is the easiest one to believe for you.
Ari. Okay. So, what's the truth then?
I don't know that you need it.
Son of a bitch.
Some
Fine.
things are better left unsaid. Okay.
Okay. Well, leave it unsaid, I guess. Just look, I'll leave you alone, but if they're gonna make us work together, I can't help that.
Well, like I said, I don't hate you.
That's something, I guess. Look, when we get back, I don't know, maybe we can talk to that little healer and see if she can patch you up better than I did. I'm kind of shit at that, to be honest.
When we get back, I need to speak to my prince.
That asshole? With all due respect.
No, he is. I may have threatened him last night.
Are you thinking that might have been him?
Just seems interesting that he would wake me and insist that I go along on a mission to find a general that I know he couldn't give a shit about.
Do you want me to go with you?
No, I think I'll be fine.
You're still wounded.
I'm still stronger than him.
Fine.
And who knows, maybe he thinks I'm dead.
God, you're such a bastard sometimes. All right, fine. Just at least get that patched up first. So if he tries to stab you or something, you're a little better equipped to handle it.
If it makes you feel better.
It does. Could you do the one thing? Just this one thing?
All right.
Good. And can we walk a little faster?
Why are you in such a hurry?
I guess I'm not.
He doesn't speed up at all.
All right.
I will accept his loss
Um,
and keep walking very slow.
I think when the two of you return, the palace is sort of abuzz. The meetings for the day have been canceled early, and so you were called to your debriefings early. And let's as we usually do. Let's start with Kai. So
Okay. He
You're
shows
called-
up this time.
Yay! You're called to Cipriano's room, and he looks up when you enter and puts down his pen. Please tell me that you found something.
He drops the giant sack of cash on the desk so that the binding that shows Akvan's symbol is on the front, facing the prince. Well, we almost got stabbed in an alley by a bandit who had that on him.
Oh, shit. All right. Well,
Or, more specifically, Lord Adamord got stabbed as I was entering an alley.
he looks you over. I'm happy to see that you're well. It may interest you to know that someone from the spring delegation found evidence that Akvan has heirs.
What?
Yes. So, he gestures to the coin purse. I assume these are related, and thusly can only surmise that there is a rebellion brewing in the city around us. As such, General, I am relieving you from your duty here at the palace, and I am assigning you to General Sindo's post. The security of the city is paramount.
All right. You're the prince.
So they tell me.
Yeah, speaking of Sindo, we didn't find him. Nothing at his house pointed at any foul play out of there. We were going to investigate his patrol range, but that happened first.
I suspect that I suspect Sindo's disappearance is related.
Well, I'll keep searching if needed.
Keep your quarters here. If Sindo was caught unawares within the city, I think it best that even if you're not overseeing operations here, that you stay somewhere safe. I would hate to have to send someone looking for you.
Of course. There's one other thing. And he kind of hesitates a moment because it's one of he's like turning over if he should tell certain things Ari mentioned.
Mm-hmm. You can tell me anything, Kai.
It's very kind of you, sir. Ari, Lord Adamord tells me that he and his lord, the prince, are not on the best of terms. He apparently threatened him last night, and the prince did not take kindly to that. So Lord Adamord had a suspicion that perhaps his assailant was sent by Prince.
Given, and he gestures at the coin purse, the evidence at hand, that would be a rather severe accusation, would it not?
Yes. He intends to go talk to him right now.
Well, then I hope that the two of them, being men of refinement that they are, can sort it out between each other.
Of course, sir. Just, thought it was worth mentioning the state of affairs with the Winterlands.
Thank you. I appreciate everything that you've done here, General.
Of course.
I trust that if there is rebellion growing in that city, you will find it and put an end to it.
Of course.
If there's nothing else?
No. Have a good night.
You too.
He salutes. This time it's much more what the prince expects
More
of Kai.
cash.
It's kind of could look better. And he turns and goes.
And then we go next to Migi. And Migi, we do not see you in Ambassador Gakito's quarters, do we?
Mm-mm.
Whose room do we find you in?
I think I'd like to imagine that like a stone or like something in the floor of a certain someone's bedroom like slides open and like Miki like crawls out of like the floor.
We see the shirt that Ari refused to put on this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, Miki like picks it up and like winces at it and throws it away and then like climbs up into Ari's room.
Mm-hmm.
And she like looks around. If I was an assassin, where would I hide my stuff? And she kind of just like starts poking around. So what I want to do is like find something incriminating in this bedroom.
Go ahead and roll perception.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna concentrate again.
You know what?
No.
I'm actually going to spend an LP and turn it into a crit success.
Just fumbled.
Yeah, that, to be clear, that decision was made before the roll, so it doesn't break the rules for me to do that. Just for chat. That's why I was saying well before the roll happened. So you're looking through, and you're doing a very good job of putting things back where you found them. And then you pull out a drawer and lift up like a cloak. And underneath is an assorted set of like what look like dry twigs, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But you've you've been around unsavory types enough to recognize with context there are two plants known in Mahōrea. They generally grow in different regions, and the flowers on them are different, and thus they're rarely confused with each other in the wild. One of them, the ironwood bramble, has a deep purple flower and is very dangerous to ingest. The other, the stone vine, with bright green flowers, which grows in the springlands, is a medicinal herb. But when you strip them of their flowers, they are virtually indistinguishable. These ones have not had their flowers stripped, though. They are that deep purple. And you seem to recall seeing Honoka grind a gray, vine-like twig when she was preparing the prince's medicine.
Oh, no. Oh, my dear Honoka. I think Miki's she's not gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna leave everything as it is.
And we cut to Honoka. And I think actually we cut to Hachiro as he takes a swig. It never gets better. It really doesn't.
I'm sure after maybe just a few more weeks, months, years, you'll get used to it in time.
Well, that's...
Well, hopefully you'll get all better soon, and you won't have to get used to it at all.
That is the hope, isn't it? Thank you, by the way. I didn't have the chance to thank you during the meeting for...
Oh, I found the information, and I felt like it was very pertinent, so...
Really, it puts things in perspective.
Could explain some of the strange occurrences that have been happening.
It does. But more than that, I think as much as I try to keep the peace in that room, I think we're all just at each other's throats. Have been, but...
Do you need me to talk to anyone?
No, I think as much as it is unfortunate news, I think it will do us good to have a common enemy.
It could be a unifying factor, a uniting force to get all of the kingdoms to cooperate with you.
I hope so. I really do. You said you found this with Miggy.
Yes.
That is not a pair I would have expected, the two of you.
She's surprisingly helpful. You wouldn't think it at first due to her somewhat snide demeanor at times, but...
If I'm being frank, she scares me a little bit.
I feel like that's an exterior that she puts on to protect the soft, friendly shell that's deep, very deep within her. Like a lot of layers.
Well, your trust in people has never been wrong in my experience. He takes another sip of the tea, and we cut to Ari. Ari, Prince Vetafang is standing in his room waiting for you. Well, were you of any use to them?
It depends on what you expected me to do.
I
We
thought
did not find the general.
Well, that's disappointing.
Why did you ask me to go?
I know your reputation, Ari. I'm not an idiot. I know what your family does.
And?
And I brought a group of 30 scholars, politicians, and bodyguards. And one assassin. Who better to find the missing general?
I rather think any of your guards could provide the same sort of support.
They're useful for killing a man, not finding one. And if I'm being honest, I don't like Cipriano. He's getting uppity. He feels like his people have more of a claim to this place than anyone else here. And frankly, and I'm sure you would agree, the Winterlands are the best stewards of this land. If I can get a favor with him, it might prove useful in negotiations, but I suppose that was too much to ask of you.
Can I, try and read this mofo?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a perception.
Why read him when you could stab him?
I'll concentrate.
I'll concentrate.
I'll
Okay.
concentrate on it.
An 8?
Should have had a +1.
Should have had a +1, so a 9. As good as a pro. I mean, he's not lying to you. Like, nothing he's said is false, but he's keeping things from you.
I was attacked today. Looking for this general.
He looks at you. He looks at the bandage. I noticed.
That's not a coincidence, is it?
Well, one would assume that the general went missing because someone killed him. I didn't expect he'd just gone off on holiday with some local.
If you say so.
What are you driving at, Adamord?
I just found it curious after our conversation last night. That I would be attacked. Fulfilling an errand that normally wouldn't fall to me.
Well, the fates are mysterious, aren't they? You put too much of that threatening energy out into the world, it comes back to bite you.
Nothing happens by mistake.
So it would seem.
Do you need anything else?
No, but I imagine I will, require your services in the morning.
For more of the same.
That, Ari, is for me to know and you to find out.
He just rolls his eyes. Turns and he'll get the fuck out of there.
Mm-hmm. We stay in the room as Ari leaves, and the door to the balcony opens. Yes, he's gone. And we see Vidhatu step in through the door. Well, Looks like you've got your handful, little prince. And with that, that is the end of our episode. We will be back in a week with episode 4. But before that, and before we all sprint to our TVs to watch Game of Thrones, let's do some outros, starting with our sweet, sad summer boy, Jess.
Have I broken everyone's heart with this sad boy?
Just a little bit.
He's sort of unexpectedly breaking mine. I just want to give him a big ol' hug.
Same.
Hey, I'm Jess. You can find me at the things over here. Over there. Yeah, right there. I'm at Little Cup of Joe on Twitter and Twitch is where I mostly do things. I'm gonna go do some art on Twitch a little later tonight, probably from various Ryutama things, like the main line of this show and my own stuff. I also have a Patreon now. It's official and real, and you can follow me there at Little Cup of Joe and throw some money if you like the stuff I do, I guess. And you will gain access to cool things like all of the detritus from all of the shows that I run. So NPCs and homebrews and other tabletop things. Oh my! And maybe some playtest materials from the games I'm writing. So yay! That's it. I'm sad. My boy makes me so sad.
Oof, man. This has been a whole thing.
He looks so strong, but he has such emotions.
He's strong on the outside, soft on the inside. Speaking of the, or not even speaking of, but as a direct opposite, cold all the way through. Summer!
Yay! Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Just a Summer Job. We are wrapping up everything on Off the Table. Last thing that we have is tomorrow night. We have our finale for Alas from the FLC. And yeah, it'll be good. It'll be, yeah, if I don't have a baby between now and then. So we'll see. But yeah, that's pretty much it. We're gonna have some summer shows that'll be starting up in June, most likely. So just keep an eye out for that. But yeah, I don't think I'll see you guys next week.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so.
So
either,
I do have something to give you, Dylan, but I'll give it to you later.
Oh boy. Okay.
You'll
Thanks.
love it. It's great.
Yep. Well, I will say thank you for the sessions that you have been here. I can't wait for you to come back.
I know, me too.
Please.
But
please.
also, yay. Good.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
Also, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But if none of you have seen the outtake video on YouTube of what happened when Summer was gone for like 10 minutes, Summer, please come back soon, please.
Was that with all the fucking puns?
yes, with the puns and the squirrel story. And
You got this.
Yes.
You're gonna be great. You guys got this without me.
Summer, what am I gonna do without you? Help me.
I will be in chat. I will be screaming in chat. I will be there to support.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Our witchy lady though, Jolie. Please cast a spell on the chat and tell us where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Joliolio, and I'm here every Sunday playing this game. And that's very brief description of what I do. That's it.
Yes, and soon you will probably see Jolie here on some Saturdays.
Yay!
Yeah.
And last but certainly not least, our sweet treasonous poisoner, Lindy.
My sad little girl. She's the tattletale of the storm balance.
She really is. She's the only reason anything gets done here.
It's so true. Like, hey, by the way, there's these kids. Hey, here's this relic. Hey, it's on its way. Hey, she's just fucking up everybody's secret plans, but completely just with the best intentions, and I love her. But yeah, I'm super excited and nervous for next week's episode. I'm just expecting him to keel over any second now with each cup of tea I force feed him. Oh man, it's gonna hit her hard. But you can find me online at Laugh Love Lindy on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, where I play and GM a bunch of games. I don't get to GM Jess again this week because we're off this week for Beyond the Mountains of Madness, but you should definitely check out Mondays in Exandria on my channel and Mists of Ravenloft on Tuesdays, 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern for some super fun shenanigans.
Awesome. And you're on my channel. You know where to find me. I'm a narcissist on literally everywhere except for Instagram. God, fuck that guy. Somebody took my name on Instagram and I'm still upset about it.
What the hell?
It was long before anyone knew my name. Oh. It just it wasn't a malicious thing. It was literally just like I've been using a narcissist since I was like 6 or something. Yeah, it was the very first email that I came up with because I needed to come up with a name for my email to make a Neopets account. And
the internet wasn't around when I was 6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die now.
My parent asked me, Dylan, what do you want your email to be? And I was like, I don't know, a narcissist sounds cool. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm a narcissist on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Patreon, and Itch.io, where you can get my game Spoken Magic. Signups for Funshots have closed, so keep an eye out for announcements, cast announcements. But our first episode will be on, I think it's in May. Yes, May 11th. We will have our first session, which will be In Full Pursuit, which is going to be a Fall of Magic one-shot using the Song of the Fugitive, which takes Fall of Magic and changes the rules around. So instead of being a bunch of people following this magus across the world, it's centered in one part of the map with a group of knights trying to chase down and apprehend the fugitive. So I'm very excited to see how that turns out. I will, of course, be on Off the Table tomorrow night. Hopefully, fingers crossed, for the last session of Alas for the Awful Sea with my very conflicted doctor. I don't know what she's gonna do. I don't know what's gonna end up happening with her. I really have no idea. So last time she quit her job, so anything can happen. And then on Wednesday, we will be back, or I will be back here for some video game streams because I've missed out on those for the last few weeks. And God, we need to finish up Prey. That game is huge. The game is huge. I originally bought it to like stream for a Halloween, and now I've dropped like 14 or 15 hours in it. So I'm glad I didn't do that, because I would not have finished it on Halloween. But yeah. That's going on. Maybe From Dust on Saturday, but probably not. We might play Spoken Magic instead. We'll see. But yeah. Keep an eye on my Twitter. That's where all the stuff is. I will be announcing the things there, updates for everything there. Also, I will say join our Discord if you like yelling about the shit that happens on this show and other shows. Specifically, I just added tonight a Game of Thrones spoilers channel, because as soon as the stream closes, I'm going downstairs to go watch the latest episode of Game of Thrones. And if you want someone to yell at or with about that, there's a space for it now. So I would be logging in there as soon as I finish the episode to be like, oh my god. So yeah. Thank you all so much. Thank you, TVM Rock, for the bits. Thank you, Jess, who is right here. Thank you for the resub tonight for the 6 months. Woo! New shield. Thank you to Levi Phipps for the follow, and TVM Rock also for the resub. Hell yeah. Awesome. Thank you all so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting. Thank thank you for everything. I love doing this. I love that we get to do this every week. I love that we not just get to play a game together, but that we get to play a game together for you to gesture toward the camera, for the audience. So thank you so much. But most importantly, have a wonderful rest of your night. Good night.